I'm fine, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, good morning, good morning. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. What are you doing, Zulfiqar? हाँ बोलो जुल्फिकार क्या कर रहे हैं आप? बोलिए, you talk to me. Speak up. सुनाई नहीं दी आवाज. Okay, science exam. Whenever you have science exam, we will inform you a day before. Okay, so don't bother about that. We will give you a message. You will get time to prepare, and then you can write the test. Okay.
Ma'am, today's science test is there, ma'am.
That's what I'm telling. No, ma'am is not available. She is not well actually. So we will inform you about science test later. Okay. Don't worry about the test. You prepare for the test?
Yes.
Yes, that's good then. Yes, only 1, 2, 3, 4 students joined. What happened to the other student? I don't know. Ready? Now, 2 more students. Bharat Barkat, somebody is there. I don't know with the name. Now, I'm going to recall tomorrow yesterday's concept, that is comparison. So have a clear video on negative numbers so that you will understand why negative is less than 0. 0 is nothing but what? Nothing you have. But again, नहीं रहने के बावजूद भी we have something less. Yes, we have something less. If you don't have nothing, then you will be in the loss. Next step, if you don't have money with you, zero money, again, but you have to pay to someone 15 rupees, but you don't have anything, that means you are in loss and you have to pay 15, that means minus 15. Okay, we will discuss this concept. We will discuss this concept after the video. Okay, I'm going to play a video.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, you can able to see. I'm going to share the video. Yes, you can see the video now.
In this lesson, we're going to learn about negative numbers. Negative. Hi, welcome to Math Antics. In this lesson, we're going to learn about negative numbers. Negative numbers can be a little confusing at first, so don't get discouraged if it takes you a while to get it. To learn what negative numbers are, we first need to start with whole numbers. You remember what whole numbers are, right? They're the set of numbers on the number line, starting with 0 and then counting up one at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to infinity. That's a lot of numbers, but it's only half the story. And that's because the number line really goes in both directions. You're used to seeing the number line starting at 0 and just going to the right, but the number line also goes to the left. And what numbers are on that part of the number line? Yep, you guessed it, negative numbers. The negative numbers are just like a mirror image of the numbers on the right side of the number line that we call the positive numbers. And 0 is the special number that separates the positive numbers from the negative numbers. By the way, when you combine all these numbers, 1, 2, 3, and so on up to infinity, and -1, -2, -3, and so on, down to negative infinity, and the number 0, that entire set of numbers gets a special name in math. They're called the integers. As you can see, the negative numbers look just like the positive numbers. The only difference is that they have a negative sign in front of them. The negative sign looks just like the minus sign. In fact, if we wanted to, we could write a positive sign, a plus, in front of all the positive numbers. But to save time, we just assume that if a number doesn't have any sign in front of it, then it's positive. Positive is the default sign. Okay, now that you know what negative numbers are, we need to learn how to compare them to other integers. Remember that in math, comparing just means saying which of two numbers is bigger or smaller than the other, or saying that they're equal. And to do that, we use the greater than, less than, or equal signs. You're probably already pretty good at comparing positive integers. Like if I ask, which is bigger, 2 or 3? You know that 3 is bigger than 2. But what if I ask you to compare two negative integers? Which is bigger, -2 or -3? This is where negative numbers can be a little tricky, especially if this is your first time learning about them. That's because you're so used to 3 being bigger than 2 that when you see -2 and -3, it's really tempting to think that -3 must be bigger than -2. But it's not. -3 is actually smaller or less than -2. And to help you understand why, let's look at our number line again. Have you noticed that if you start at 0 on the number line, and then you move to the right, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger as you go along? 1 is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 1, and 3 is greater than 2, and so on. But what if we go in the opposite direction instead, to the left? as we go to the left, the numbers get smaller and smaller. 2 is less than 3, 1 is less than 2, and 0 is less than 1. Well, those same exact rules apply to the negative side of the number line also. The numbers get bigger as you go to the right, and they get smaller as you go to the left. So, since negative 3 is on the left side of negative 2, it's actually smaller than negative 2. I like to think of it like this. On the positive side of the number line, 3 is more positive than 2, so it's bigger. But on the negative side of the number line, negative 3 is more negative than negative 2, so it's smaller. And you can use that idea no matter what the numbers are. On the positive side, 500 is more positive than 200, so it's bigger. But on the negative side, negative 500 is more negative than negative 200, so it's smaller. Keep that in mind if anyone ever offers to give you negative $500. The 500 part sounds pretty good, but the negative part, not so much. All right, so the positive integers are on the right side of 0 on the number line, which means they're all greater than 0. And the negative integers are all on the left side of 0 on the number line, which means they're all less than 0. Wait, hold on a second. Less than 0? How can any number be less than 0? I mean, doesn't 0 mean nothing? That's a good question. At first, it can be hard to see how there could be numbers that are less than 0. But here's an example that will help you understand. Let's say we want to use integers to measure how many meters above sea level small islands are. This island is 10 meters above sea level. This island is only 5 meters above sea level. And this island here happens to be exactly the same height as sea level. So we can use the integer 0 to show how its height compares to sea level. But what about this island? It's not even above sea level at all. It's 5 meters below the surface. But our measurement is supposed to tell us how many meters above sea level it is. Fortunately, with negative numbers, that's no problem.
Here, what do you understand by seeing this figure? Anybody can answer this? Yes, I allow. Okay, Nabil, I will allow you just to speak up. Yes, Nabil, I'm waiting.
Ma'am, in this figure, we learn how to measure negative numbers.
Yes, here you can able to see the negative number, how we are going to use the negative number. If it is below than 0, then what the number should be used? We need to use the negative numbers. That's good. Okay, mute yourself so that I can. Yes, mute yourself. Okay, I will mute all. Now, I will continue the video now. You must know about this. Don't think that 0 is the least one. You have negative numbers also. Come on, watch the next part.
We can just say that its height, compared to sea level, is negative 5 meters. Or, what about an example with money? Suppose there's 3 brothers who each have a different amount of money. The first brother has $20, the next brother has $0, and the last brother actually owes his dad $20. What number do we use to represent how much money he has? Yep, negative $20. And temperature is another great example. We use 0 degrees Celsius to describe the temperature for water to freeze, but it can be warmer or colder than that. The temperature could be negative, like negative 20 degrees. So negative numbers are very useful in the real world to help describe things that can be above or below 0. Okay, now that you know how negative numbers work, let's see how we can compare any 2 integers. If we don't include 0 for a moment, basically there's just 3 situations. You'll either need to compare 2 positive integers, or 2 negative integers, or 1 positive and 1 negative integer. And you already know how to compare 2 positive integers. The further right on the number line you go, the bigger the numbers get. 7 is greater than 4, 50 is greater than 20, and 1,000 is greater than 100. It's also really easy to compare a positive integer and a negative integer, because a positive number is always bigger than a negative number. All of the positive numbers are on the right side of the number line, and all of the negative numbers are on the left. So negative 5 is less than 5. And
here also, everyone listen to me. All positive numbers always greater than 0. For example, if a positive 1 is given to you, I want everybody to start the camera. Here, Amir Hassan and Zulfiqar, listen to me carefully. Here, two numbers. He is talking about the second part. That is, one positive number is given to you and one negative number is given to you. You think if you are getting two numbers, one positive and negative, then always the positive number will be greater. कितना भी छोटा रहने दो, you don't bother. अगर positive दिखा एक negative दिखा तो always positive number will be the greater. For example, 1 is there and other side is minus 1000, so you people think that 1000 is a bigger number. No, compared to 1, positive 1, 1000 is less, minus 1000 is less, so 1 is the greater compared to 1000. Got my point? If yes, thumbs up so that I can play the video. Yes, you understood? Yes. All don't go in deep, just remember one thing: all positive numbers are greater than the negative number. Though positive rahe to you can easily decide. You people are do this type of things in small classes, जैसा कि 4th 5th में आपने किया हुआ है. दो पॉजिटिव नंबर्स को you can easily say 100 है 200 है, तो then automatically 200 will be the greater. When the twist comes, when you have two different signs, जब पॉजिटिव है एक नेगेटिव है, दो डिफरेंट साइंस रहे, तो यू विल बी कंफ्यूज्ड लिटिल. सो दैट द ओनली थिंग यू नीड टू रिमेंबर इज always positive sign is greater than the negative sign. The last one we will see again. Now we will discuss this. Last में आ जाओ.
negative 40 is less than 3, and negative 100 is less than 1. The only tricky situation is when you have to compare two negative integers. Then you have to think about which one is further to the left on the number line. Again, a great way to do that is to identify the number that would normally be more positive on the positive side of the number line and realize that it's more negative on the negative side. Negative 8 is more negative than negative 4, so it's smaller. Negative 15 is more negative than negative 10. So it's smaller. And negative 100 is more negative than negative 25. So it's smaller. All right. So in this video, we learned what negative numbers are and how they can be used to describe things in the real world. They're just like positive numbers, but on the other side of 0 on the number line. And we learned that the whole numbers, along with their negative counterparts, form the set of numbers we call integers. We also learned how to compare.
Yes, I am going to stop this now. I want everybody to start the camera because Taqi Zamin, I always ask you to start your camera. I don't know what happened to you. Next time I will put you absent. Okay, everybody listen to me carefully. Nida also, Sakina, Fatima also. I want both the Sakina to start the camera. Here in the video, he explained you about how you are going to compare the two integers. You people know what are natural numbers, whole numbers. We discussed this in the previous classes detailedly. What about the numbers about natural, whole, and integers? You know the definition of these three very well. But you people just confused with the signs. So integers, we play with sign in integers. Okay, make sure whatever the sign you are using is correct or not. That is the main task in this chapter. Okay, I'm going to share a worksheet now. Let's see. I will allow each one of you to answer this. Okay, wait for a while. Yes, here it is. Now everybody look here. Here, this is the worksheet for you. Only few has done this. I want everybody to answer this. We have all those numbers: positive, negative, positive, positive, positive and negative, mixture of signs. I'm going to unmute Sakina Fatima. Here, Sakina, not 150, the one who is irregular, जो कम आते हैं मेरी क्लास को. Yes, Sakina, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, start your camera. Okay, it's working. Now, can you answer me the fifth one? Fifth one बता सकते हैं आप? Fifth one में which one is greater, -78 or -14? Quick. Speak up with the sign. खाली 14 बोले तो आप wrong हो जाते हैं. -78 or -14, which one is greater over here? कौन सा बड़ा है इन दोनों में? करेक्ट बोल रहे थे, साइन के साथ बोलिए, बोला मैं. Speak up.
-14.
Yes, -14. In the video, he told you about two negative signs comes. When two negative signs comes, the smaller becomes the bigger. Smaller जो रहता वो बड़ा दिखता, ठीक है, बड़ा हो जाता. So -14 is the bigger compared to the -75. Okay, that's good. So I am putting the sign over here like this. -14. Bigger जहां पर रहता, you are going to open the mouth like this. Okay, you can answer this as -78 is less than -14. ठीक है. Now -78 छोटा है ना, -78 is less than. Okay, let it be. Sakina, let it be beta. Now next, Jaber. Jaber, unmute. Ready, Jaber? Jaber is ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Jaber, I just changed my number like this. This is my question now. This is -95. 2 minute, रुक जाओ. Because all here, instead of +95, I am giving this as -95. Okay, what is your answer then?
Ma'am, -95 is lesser than 57.
Very good. Why?
Because ma'am, -95 is smaller than 57.
Yes, all. So you have to answer like this, because in sentence, because all positive numbers is greater than the negative numbers. सिर्फ इतना बोल दो, because all positive numbers are greater. ठीक है? Good job. Now I mute you. Let's see. और कौन है? तकी, unmute. Unmute. Okay. Taqi, 13 one, it's easy for you. First, I'm going to test you by asking two questions. Tell me the 13th question. Which one is greater or which one is lesser? It's up to you. 13th में बोलिए.
मैम
जी.
मैम 36.
36. अच्छा से पढ़ो जरा. 13th क्वेश्चन में 36 है ही नहीं. क्यों उल्टा दिखाई दे रहा है? क्या आपको रिफ्लेक्शन दिखाई दे रहा है 63 का 36?
1 minute.
Okay, come on, I'm waiting. 48 is 48 and 63. No sign is there. Make sure.
Ma'am.
Okay, lots of disturbance. I mute you. I mute you. Okay, Nida, unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
नहीं, क्या नाम है तखी, आपके पास से बहुत डिस्टर्बेंस है बेटा. बट आप म्यूट भी नहीं हो रहे हो. ओके, आई अलो निदा. निदा अनम्यूट. Okay, Nida. Now it's your turn, Nida. I'm asking you the third one. Third one में बोलो. Which one is bigger? निदा, वेर आर यू? हाँ निदा बोलिए। माइनस, हाँ थोड़ी जोर से बोलिए निदा, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा मेरे। Okay, in the third question, which one is bigger? Huh? Write down your answer in the chat box. निदा, मुझे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा आपकी आवाज. Now I will go to other student. Okay, Nida has written just now. Wait for a while. नहीं तखी, आपके पास से बहुत आवाजें आ रहे हैं. Don't raise the hand. I will come to you. Asad, unmute yourself. Mirza Asad Ali. Yes. Asad, can you see
Yes,
the
ma'am.
third question? Can you see the third question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, read out. Third क्या है बताइए.
Minus 36
हाँ,
minus 68.
68. Good one. Which one is greater over here?
Minus 36.
Why?
Minus 68 is less
Uh-huh.
than ma'am.
Yes, very good. Because whenever you have two negative signs, you just learn about this. Okay, minus 36 is the less compared to minus 68. Yes, on the number line, minus 38 comes first and minus 68 later on. Okay, good. Good
Okay,
job.
ma'am.
Asad, please be regular to the class. अगर आप क्लास को रेगुलर हो
Okay,
जाओगे तो बहुत अच्छे से कर सकोगे. ठीक है, फाइन. ओके, अमीर हसन, I will give chance to first Amir Hassan, then Zulfiqar. दोनों एक के बाद एक. Be ready. The question for you is, ठहरो इनके आंसर को टिक कर लेंगे. The question for you is 15. Amir Hassan, 15 का बोलिए.
59 minus 59 is equal 59
Which one?
29.
हाँ. Which one is greater over
29
here?
is
29 is greater. Okay, that's
29.
good. Okay, okay. Next, Zulfiqar खुद कैमरे पे लाइए जरा. Zulfiqar, ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Zulfiqar, I'm changing the sign over here. I'm changing the sign over here. ये minus 18 है समझिए. This is minus 18. Which one is bigger over here? Okay, wait a minute. I will
18.
18 is bigger. Oh, चलो ये discuss करेंगे. How 18 is bigger? I told you many times, when you have two signs, one negative and one positive, always positive number is greater. I said इसमें positive number 97 है. If the sign is not given, positive की sign ऐसे रहती है, plus की sign, और negative की sign ऐसे रहती है, minus की sign. तो minus की sign जब देना है तो minus will be given definitely. Positive की sign it's up to you. अगर लिखना है तो लिखिए, नहीं लिखे तो automatically it assume it as plus only. Got my point? Here, Zulfiqar, come to me. I gave you easy one. यहाँ पर देखिए. Zulfiqar, it's for you now. 18. I change the question now. Minus 97. Yes, Zulfiqar. For 12th वाला क्वेश्चन में I change the question. 18 है, minus 97 है. एक पॉजिटिव है, एक नेगेटिव है. तो which one is greater?
18, ma'am.
हाँ, 18. Just now I have given you the question. minus 18 और 97 बोल के दिए थे. तो उसमें भी 18 रहा, इसमें भी 18 रहा. You come to know the difference कि आप कहाँ wrong थे. आपको अब समझ आया कि जहां एक पॉजिटिव मिलता, जहां एक नेगेटिव मिलता, दो नंबर जब मिलते आपके पास, तो ऑलवेज द पॉजिटिव नंबर विल बी द ग्रेटर वन. रिमेंबर दिस इज द हाईलाइटेड पार्ट ऑफ द इंटीजर. ओके, नाउ so minus 18, not 18 will be the greater one. Okay, many of them are waiting. Zainab Tayyibi hai, Noorullah hai, Nabil hai, they are waiting for me. Okay, Nabil got a chance. Fatima, unmute and start your camera, Fatima.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, start your camera, Fatima.
1 minute, ma'am.
1 minute. Okay, today you are present in my class, but I am giving you absent. I will put absent in the register. Every time I cannot remind you, Fatima. Okay, I mute you. You are taking much time. Okay, Noor Mohammed, it's your turn. नूर मोहम्मद की तो पिक्चर बहुत अच्छी लग रही है, बट नूर मोहम्मद स्टार्ट या कैमरा. कल तो बोले कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, बट आज
Yes, ma'am. Which one?
फर्स्ट यू स्टार्ट द कैमरा.
Okay, ma'am.
नूरुल्लाह, आपको 0 पढ़ने वाले हैं अटेंडेंस में, समझ आया? नाउ ज़ैनब तैयबी और ज़हरा इज वेटिंग. ओके नूर मोहम्मद, गुड. टेल मी, आई जस्ट चेंज इट. 18th question, which one is greater? 18th question में you have 56 and minus 87. Okay, I unmute. Quickly unmute yourself. Nurullah, yes. Yes, Nurullah. 18th question, 56 and minus 87. Which one is greater over here?
56, ma'am.
56. Why 56? Reason?
Ma'am, because 56 is greater than 0, but minus 87 is lesser than 0.
Yes, good answer. Good answer. Very good. Yes, you can answer in this way also. But the simple sentence में बोल सकते हैं ना, positive is greater than negative बोल के, क्योंकि एक positive है वहाँ एक negative है, तो positive is greater than negative. That's good, but you understand the concept very well. Good, Nurullah.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, Zahra, it's your turn. Zahra, you came late to the class. Be on time, Zahra. आप न्यू हो बट लेट आते हैं. चलो Zahra, पहले अनम्यूट तो हो. Okay, Zahra, the question for you is the first one.
First one.
जी.
92 is greater.
92 is greater. So that's why I told you to watch the video carefully. आप वीडियो दिखाते जब प्रेजेंट नहीं थे, later you join the class, इस वास्ते आपको 92 बड़ा दिखाई दे रहा. See the signs also. 92 भी है वहां पर, 54 भी है, और दोनों के ऊपर माइनस माइनस लगे हुए हैं. I ask you which one is greater. अगर दोनों पॉजिटिव होते, दोनों प्लस प्लस होते, तो 92 definitely will be a greater. I told you many times, जब माइनस माइनस के दोनों साइंस आते तो जस्ट रिकॉल योर नंबर लाइन. नंबर लाइन पे माइनस में पहले 54 आता, बाद में 92 आता, तो पहला जो नंबर आता वो ग्रेटर होता. क्लियर? एंड इन द सिंपल सेंस और सिंपल सेंटेंस यू कैन से whenever you have two negative signs coming, so the smaller number will be the greater one. You have only 3 options, whether you will get both the numbers positive और one positive one negative. दोनों के easy answers कर सकते हैं. दोनों positive रहे तो आपको आसानी से मालूम होता है कि कौन सा बड़ा है और कौन सा छोटा है. If you have one positive and one negative, then also you can easily decide. Okay, always positive number will be the greater one. When you have two negative signs, जब भी 2 negative signs आते तो छोटा नंबर बड़ा हो जाता. Okay, negative numbers रिवर्स प्रोसेस है एडिशन का. ठीक है? सो which one is greater over here, Zahra?
23.
23. Where do you see 23? I am asking you the first question.
54.
Yes, 54 is the greater one compared to 92. Madam, 92 बड़ा दिख रहा बोल के बोलते, तो that's why I am, yes again I am coming to you. That's why 54 is the greater one. Okay.
Yes.
Sobia is now joining. So my session is about to finish in 2-3 minutes. So please, can you rejoin? everybody, I will continue with the same concept, or else I will start the number line. If you people are ready with this comparison, agar अच्छे से आ गया, then we can easily go to the number line. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. ठीक है. Okay. Please, it's 10:35 only, so I'm going to record this. 10:38. Okay. Record this. I want all the students. Sakina, after this, I will connect to you. Okay. At any moment, it will go. So we will discuss after this. And how many are there in my class? 14 students in my class. I want all the 14 to be in the next meeting, next recurring meeting में आप लोग पूरे 14 present रहने हैं, otherwise I will put absent. ये meeting खत्म होते कि दूसरे meeting में नहीं join कर रहे हैं, तो I will put absent. Clear? So
Okay.
everybody rejoin. I stop this and I end this. Again I am coming.